year ago, I lost everything. I worked so hard, I did so much sacrifice, I lived abroad for a dream job, and today I'm not even working in this dream job that I had, and I worked for years, like for almost 4 years for this dream job. I lost a relationship, I lost my friends, and I was struggling in a new city, in a new country, in a culture and a language that I do not know, and I felt so lost. So 1 year after, I realized that it's a blessing. If you are here watching this video, it's maybe because you're struggling with your life at the moment, whether it's your dream job that you just lost, whether it's a relationship, a friendship. In today's video, I'll tell you why losing everything can be a blessing. Maybe the thing we dream about were never meant for us. Sometimes we study for things, we accept a job and we work in a field that is not made for us, that is draining you, and you need to watch carefully how your body reacts to this. I know that we work for money. Some people are so lucky and they do a job that they are passionate about and they wake up every day so happy. But mostly we do a job to be paid. And sometimes we work on a field that stresses us a lot and we put so much stress on us. Sometimes our job can make us stress so much. I remember I was so stressed. I got so many eye switch, you know, when you were so stressed and so drained that my eyes were starting to twitch almost every day. Like my eyes was not stopping. I got so many issues because I was constantly stressed and I ignored those issues. But today, I'm not doing this dream job I always dream about for years. I'm not doing it, but I'm doing something that I really like and that fits my lifestyle and that I enjoy. Sometimes when we lose something, whether it's like rejection for a job application or a layoff, we are so sad, but we forget that we have also new opportunities. You need to realize that when you lose something, it may be for you the opportunity to try something new, something different that you never tried before. And it's so amazing to say that you have nothing to lose now. You have nothing to lose. About relationships, I was always stuck in the same type of relationship, and I was always complaining about this type of relationship because I attracted the same type of partner, but it was a different person, but the same type. And when I lost my last relationship, I realized that it's maybe time for me to do differently, to choose differently. And if I did not lost this, I will never question my own behavior. When you question yourself, it's mostly because you lose everything. Once you have everything, you don't question anything. You're just following the life. And that's why it's so good sometimes to lose something, because you think about it. And also, you need to be detached of almost everything. I was the type of person who always identify herself with her job. Like the first thing I tell people when they ask me how are you, what is your name, is this is my job. This is my job. It's the first thing I told people. Like I was so proud of this. And you need to realize that you cannot be attached to something that can be taken away from you. If you are attached to a thing and this can be taken away from you, once you lose it, you will have the feeling that you are nothing and you're worth nothing, because you put all this value on something external, whether it's a relationship, a friendship. You need to be detached. You need to accept the fact that it's part of your life now, but it won't be forever. You need to keep this mindset, because if you lose this, you won't know who you are anymore. Once you're going through so much internal change within you. For example, 1 year ago, I stopped drinking alcohol completely. And you are friends with people that you meet during this period of your life where you were drinking and going out a lot. It's very hard to keep up with the same people, because these people will remind you who you were in the past, but you change. It's not a part of your identity anymore. You don't recognize yourself within your past. You accept your past, of course, but you don't recognize yourself. And it's very hard when you've been through so much change, internal change of behavior. Like, do you realize that stopping alcohol is a huge deal? Some people have this addiction with alcohol and never stop for decades, for years, and sometimes until the end of their life, and they don't accept to stop. So going through this kind of change, whether it's stop smoking, drug addiction, alcohol, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So once you've been through this internal change within yourself, You don't recognize your friendships anymore because these people will remind you who you were in the past. So it's normal. It's normal. Once this happened to me, I realized that I was so alone that my dream job is not my dream job anymore. I don't recognize myself within my friendship group. And also, I've been through an internal change. I stopped alcohol. Sometimes when people are stressed or sad, and they decide to, let's say, for example, go out on Friday evening just to be less stressed, to be relieved. And once you stop drinking, you need to replace this habit. You need to replace it by something. For me, personally, it was sport. I entered into this addiction with sport where I was so obsessed, and it will be a topic for another video. I was so obsessed with sport, and I was doing too much that it started to destroy my body. I got so many injuries in the knee, in the hips, in the ankle. Once you've been through this change, habits change, so it's normal that you don't recognize yourself within your friendship group. You need to be patient. Once you start to see that your life is all changing and you are losing almost everything, you need to be patient and trust the process, because once everything falls apart, it's a sign that something new, something that is aligned with your new life will come to you. You will attract people that match your own value, will attract an opportunity that will fit your lifestyle and that will fit your new goals. You need to be patient and trust the process, because you just change yourself. Your life has changed, so everything that will come will be different. Sometimes life tests us. Once you've been through so much change, life will put you in your life things that are similar to what you did in the past. If you fail this test, you will stay in the same loop over and over again constantly, because you won't choose differently. You need to accept the fact that you need something new in your life in order to change. In order to have a different life in different situation, you need to do something different. Sometimes life can take things from us that were not good for us. When you stay stuck in a relationship that is very bad for you, when you stay stuck in a job that is draining you, when you stay stuck in a friendship group that is not made for you, life will teach you this the hard way and remove this from your life, and you don't know why. Like, it will happen over time, like without any fight. It will come from that. You will wake up one day and it will disappear. You need to let go. Let go. I fought so hard. Like, sometimes I fought so hard for relationship. Like, I was always the type of person. Years ago, I was the type of person who was always fighting to keep people in my life. And now I don't have no one around me. I lost so many people around me, and at first I realized that it's a bad thing. Like, you're alone with yourself, you're alone with your thoughts, but it's not true. With time you realize that it's a blessing. It's a blessing to choose finally who will have access to your new version of your life, who will have access. You can decide to open the gates to your own life, to other people. It's up to you. It's not because you were attached to people that were draining you, that were bad for you for years, that you need to continue in the future. It's not because you were in this relationship for 10 years that you need to continue. If today it's the time to stop, you can stop it. But you will know deep down if it's not made for you. If you are questioning it, if you are dreaming about it, if you feel that something is off when you are with this person, it's that because it's not for you. If you feel that you don't want to open up to these friends, it's because this friend is not your friend, and you will feel it. Trust your gut feeling. Nothing is more powerful than your intuition. When you have a gut feeling, you need to follow it, and it can appear for so many situations. Some people, when they arrive in a new city, they can feel if this city is made for them or no. They can feel if this city is meant for them or no. They can feel it. So always trust your gut feeling. 1 year ago, I arrived in this new country, and I was so lost. When I say to you so lost, everything bad happens to me. Like, I struggled with my apartment. I had struggled finding a new flat. I had struggled with everything. And my apartment was filled with mice. Like, I had mice in my place. I was waking up at night finding mice pooping in my kitchen, and I was like what is happening? Like, I worked so hard for this dream job, it will not happen. I lost my relationship, I lost my friendship group, and now I'm living with mice in a new country and I'm alone. Like, you realize that something, like, your life is changing. So what I decided when everything started to fall apart, I took the decision to stop alcohol, and it was the best decision of my life, because I realized that alcohol was something that I was using when I was sad, like to feel something, like to have some semblance of happiness during a weekend and to socialize with people. And once you've been through your darkest time alone, you will realize that you don't need a substance and that you don't need fake friends to be better. Once everything is falling apart, it's a sign that your new life will begin, a better life, a life more aligned with yourself, with your goals, and you need to trust the process. You need to be patient, you need to believe in yourself, because 1 year after, I am literally where I wanted to be. I'm doing what I want, and I'm living the life I always wanted to live. So trust the process. I hope you like this video, and I see you soon. Bye bye.